Now, I heard you made a statement about naming the movement that is happening in the art world right now. You care to repeat that?
Yeah, Divine Expressionist.
Ballistic missiles, ancient walls, tearing down the mountains, alchemy, the rising sun, the moon, and the crow. There he is. Wow. Good morning, world. Are paintings magical cards? Could they be magic paintings? You think it's magic? Feels like it sometimes. And I don't need this because I made these obsolete, because I learned how to use these. You think? The canvas ain't stopping me, John. I'm going through it. This is the gig. It's almost like going back in the womb.
You see his work, you see it. He reveals himself through his paintings. You look at his paintings. You look at his paintings and you see God. You see revelation, prophecies were angels, and so he's being used as a vessel, just like we're being used, you know? And so as he slays his demons, man, he's mature. He's an elder. I give him respect.
I mean, he's tapped in. I mean, like his second painting that he ever did, he painted the Kabbalah. And in essence, there's maybe minute details that are different, but in essence, you take a look, he painted the tree of life.
The world is very abstract. The knowledge I have is very natural. And that's why I understand all their rules. And I know which ones to live by and which ones not. That's faith.
Good Friday, my friend. This is the summer solstice, the first official day of summer, the 21st day of June, the year 2002, and I hope that it landed lightly in your life.
Maybe they'll pass right through you. Maybe there ain't no dog. Maybe there was one once. Maybe there could be one again. Maybe it's now, later, or forever. That's the beauty of life. Living those maybes out and seeing where you end up, you know, truth. The consequences sometimes. It's like unlocking your unconsciousness.
Yeah, literally. Everything else, you know, you have to just like be around him like a whole bunch of times. But you said 3 words, absolutely fucking nuts. That's it.
It's a very spiritual thing I know with Raffaello, and he has this sort of very religious context to it. And I think he described it as the age of 14, tried to commit suicide, trying to jump off this bridge. And as he went for that dive, it sort of gusted and just threw him straight back onto the deck again. The next day, he sort of woke up and discovered that somebody had dumped a box with a couple of brushes. This was sort of divine intervention. Woke up and thought, wow, what have I done? What have I found?
It's the lines of life. They're drawn for you when you're born. And I was in this dark hole, just like inside a diamond or something. You know, just shooting colors all over the place, man. The power of it all is what really is the power, and it's pure. The human being is attached directly to its emotions, and you could put it down in such a, you know, expressive way, man. Look at the birds flying, man. Is that a loving power? Of course it is. Maybe the secrets of the unknown should be unknown. You know, I'm on the path. I can't get off now. The transcendention is within the pain, the emptiness, right? Which makes me, I think, more in touch with my emotions.
Art that comes from the soul. That's where true art comes from.
I'll meet you outside, big guy, when you know, I'll be back. No, I don't need anything. I just dig your presence.
We'll be there.
Good energy.
I'll bring the book.
Primitive men expressed themselves on caves and
in the left. There are marks there. This is Raffaello's marks in history, like that.
The stone. Has no ruler, rules itself. The only thing as pure as the stone is the bird. They are exact opposite. One has no boundaries, one never moves. Which is more mysterious, the bird or the stone? Does that answer my question? Is my satisfaction in getting back a reaction? And especially something like magic, you know. What do I know? I don't look like no magician or anything.
With Raffaello, it's like it flip-flops and it goes back and forth. Like he's done with the painting, then he'll take a bucket of paint and splash all over it and basically start all over again. And it's tormenting for me to watch because it's like, oh, that was awesome. You know, now it's gone.
The Pacific Ocean to me is like an ancient dinosaur, man. Just so powerful. Even when it's gone, we can never forget it. It's sad to see it gone. I know I'd never forget it. Smell the sea? 6 million years ago, those mountains were covered with water. Dust and smoke and memories. And all that will be left is imagination and dreams. We are going to beat the machine. We're going to make sure that that happens. If we lose this, we are sacrilegious. The way we feel loss, and you ain't going to let that happen, are you? The sun, baby, the sun. Let's bring the sun.
Right. See it glistering? Like pearls, man, like lights. Diamonds in the sand. Wow.
Did it have anything to do with the rainbow, you think?
Definitely. And if you notice the rainbow, look, it's going right to the source.
All right. Next. Let's get rid of this. I gotta lay out a new canvas.
He's like a mad scientist. He uses a broom. He uses this broom. Look, I ain't gonna lie, this shit is radical, I'ma say it. This brother take and he wrap his art. I've seen him in another studio. He had like this big ass studio where the cars used to be there, it was massive. And he took the art and he wrapped it. And he wrapped it. What the fuck? He wrapped the canvas and he talked to it. And I'm right there, he's talking to his art, and I'm intimately involved.
A piece of red traveling in the Blue River. It's my life right there, baby. You know, to control that is the gig. How do you control that? You trust yourself and you trust it. But, you know, I've seen quite a few things in my own day. I want to get over here with some blue. Excuse me a second.
So Raphael's just doing his thing, but it's like a performance, and everybody just starts gathering around and watching him. Now, he's not saying, you know, hey, look at me, I'm here painting. He doesn't even lift his head up. He doesn't say a word the whole time.
I'll fight the demons for you. But understand one thing. When the salt gets in your skin, you are on your own. Because now you are a particle of the ancients. There is a wind that will blow one time while we're there. It will be silver, and blue and gray, and at the bottom it will say what is seen in you. Elementary.
And they say when the student is ready, the teacher appears. This is Gabriel, one of the archangels, the 4 archangels in the tarot. He heralds the dead souls to heaven. It's a radical awakening.
That's a piece for a friend of mine who had chemotherapy. Well, just lost all her hair. I got her some wigs. She's gonna start wearing wigs.
You know, I've searched for the Holy Grail my whole life in many different places. In those lost years of Jesus, him and that dude he traveled with, Jesus took him up there and told him where to bury him. I've been to Avalon. So what happened was the Lord said, bury the cup here because everything's always moving around. They can never figure out where they are anyway. So it can't be found, and that's where it is. That's the veil. It just comes like, and then it goes, and all of a sudden you're somewhere else. An emotion like no one else. You know where that came from? That came from death. I know Christ saved my life. It came from there, now it's looking back at it.
Being around Raffaello, you learn how to live on the edge. Or watching somebody live on the edge like Raffaello does, it brings a lot of stuff out of you that would normally be hidden. So he's like a great catalyst to making you live life more fully, I guess.
And it's a spirit language. You bring it from other dimensions. And when he allows you to come into that cipher, it's because, you know, you're ready or you're special and he wants to teach, and then you gotta just sit back and just don't judge, just enjoy it.
Well, we're ready. Rob's only painted half the tree, and it looks great. There we go. Using God as the canvas.
I absorb, just, you know, I know when not. At least I trust myself on that. I don't wait for somebody to tell me, you know what I mean?
Just go with it. You go with it, you learn a lot about life. The art tells you how to live, and you see it, you apply it. It's like giving you the scrolls. This experience, that experience.
That's what painters do. We learn how to break rules. So Raffaello is like one of the forerunners of rule breaking.
I looked it up for the hangman card in the tarot. The iconoclast is the individualist. Why would the Mashiach, you know, like the enlightened being, the Bodhisattva, be hanging upside down? Not because he's seeing things topsy-turvy, but because the world is upside down. So it's to thine own self be true.
I painted the crow in the likeness of myself, what I'd learned from an ancient spiritual bird. It would sit on my roof and teach me how to fly. Cats and dogs. Love. It's life, Brad. Humanity is at the most fragile state it's ever been. And I think no one sees that. Even though everyone hears about it, feels it, smells it, tastes it, they just don't believe it. Hey! You have to evolve, man. Otherwise, we'd be back in the Stone Age, or maybe that was cool. I kind of paint a little Stone Age, but evolution, man. Alone. It loves me, and I love it. I respect it, I trust it. It's pure emotion, man. The most important thing in the future has to take care of is our children's imaginations. If we lose that, we lose everything. Well, they really don't interfere. You know. How could you interfere with the divine? You know, the divine does its own thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, maybe I'm not getting the question right, but I think the divine can only add. I don't think it interferes at all. I think it actually has more control of it than I do. You know? Mother Earth. Nice. That was fun. Thank you, guys.
He's often without the very minimum resources he needs to even create. I mean, it's up and down. It's like a war. And I think part of his drama springs from this.
Yeah, man, we're fighting a war. It's called survival. It's called human life, surviving on this planet. And it's just, you know, forget the destruction. It's about creation. I'm starting to like it again. You know, it's one of those things. It's the exercise. So now the light's coming from inside, you know? I like that. I like to have the light always come from inside the painting out. I think it should come from inside of our heart. I think really that's where the light lays, you know? Lies inside. I guess that's part of my theory in a lot of ways. Crow is an ancient god, controlled by nothing but the elements that it shares with God. We connect, not for its death, but for its life.
He knows. He's got to do his job. His job leads him, because it won't let him get settled. It won't let him.
As we journey on to look at the future, there's nothing more. From here to here. I believe that the secret of the painting, it's not what you see, it's what you feel. I can't say I make that happen, but I can pick up on it and make other people feel that. You feel that energy? I go with it because it's like, you know, it's a groovy feeling, man. I don't know. Can you bottle that? I don't know. Hey, can we get some of that at the local deli or something?
Feel good juice?
Energy. You know, that makes your hair stand up, you know?
That's good.
I love the people here, man. And in the alleyway I used to work, and I used to work on the side and front, and then I kind of worked all over the neighborhood, you know? The painting to me is a journey. Every one of them is a different one. My friends and family are my perspective when it comes to that. And when it comes to me having to leave them, it's hard. So I got to be a man and paint some great paintings. You know, paint some kick-ass paintings if you really want the truth. I feel it, man. I feel it. I'm ready to rock on, you know? I'm telling you. Yeah. That's the story, man. You know what I mean? It's like rock on. I don't have no telephone.
You a good summer
and I don't have no
this is
television.
The first official day of summer.
And I ain't got no home. But I got the world to create it. Rock and roll.